New edition, back with a brand new edition, back by demand. Absolute populism. It's Proclamation news and Gatherence. With the prodigious, the prominent Professor Johnson at P&G, shaken, not stirred. Flux with the flow, flux for the show. I come here with compassion. You probably think, what's he keep doing this for? Why has he got a methodical madness? Because I'm supporting the democracy as a whole. The police are out day in, day out. NHS are saving people's lives day in, day out. I need to get this message across clearly to stop discrimination towards their excellence of what they do. Absolutely phenomenal. I couldn't shout off the top of my voice any louder if I tried. Absolute phenomenal. Each and every day, I work on progressive progression. The road accidents are coming up in the same areas every day. So think safety, think first. Check your engine oil. Check your engine water coolant tank. Make sure it's topped on maximum level. Check your tyre pressures. Make sure you and your passengers on board wear seat safety belts adjacent to the car seat. Silly, isn't it? But you see them, babies, passengers get thrown out of through the window because they ain't got a seatbelt on. Simple as that. Or you enter the vehicle under the influence of alcohol and narcotics. What's going on? What's going on in the world? It's just, think safety, think first. Innocent people getting hit on the roads, innocent people crashing into people that are driving under the influence of alcohol or narcotics, or sleep deprivation. Making sure you have plenty of sufficient sleep before you enter the UK roads. Check out police safety signs. I'm not going to go through it all. I do it every day, but just be safe, not sorry, is what I'm saying. Make change. Today is about change. Today is about my compassion for democracy. Today is about where I need the democracy to open up and start listening and hopefully give me some compassion back and support the show. That's what I'd like. That is what I'd like. Hallelujah. B1137 accident traffic coping well. Report of accident on a B1137 Springfield Road at the Indiva pub. Traffic is coping well. This is today. Accident at 11:13 a.m. So it's quite likely that this traffic's still backing up. It's like 2 hours after the accident happened. So yeah, roads probably still closed. Slow traffic in construction area A127 in Southend on Sea. Prince Avenue both ways at Rochford Road. Bell traffic lights in the construction area. Lane closures are in place. 24th of May, 8:41 a.m. If I'm giving you at these, instance, it gives you an idea. You should plan your route. Make sure there's no accidents on your route. Otherwise, you could be stuck in a congestion. So I'm giving you an idea. You're listening. You probably think, oh yeah, I'm not going there today, but it might give you an idea tomorrow. Check your route. Might give you an idea of check your route. Or maybe if you're on the road and you hear an accident, you want to shout in, Professor, there's a crash on this road. It's cars piled up miles, 3 miles back down the A12, the motorway. You can always give me the update and I can shout it across the nation. Nacton Road, slow traffic in construction area, slow traffic in Nacton both ways, near the Esso garage in construction area. Tempe traffic lights are in place. 24th of May 2021, 8:39 a.m. first reported. We can look over near, just to give people a bit of an idea, near London, going Romford. Traffic signal failure, approach with care, A124, for Longbridge Road at Upney Lane, approach with care. Milton Keynes, slow traffic in construction area, A508, slow traffic on A508 Northampton Road at Yardley Road in the construction area, temporary traffic lights in operation, as reported at 10 to 10 this morning. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate all you giving me the time of day, acknowledging what I'm saying. But staying observed and both preserved is part of the aristocracy social elite. You engage in your optimism, you engage in your integrity. You listen in. It takes a lot of skill to listen in and take on board every given detail. You're not going to remember it because you're not a complete sponge, are you? You're not going to absorb every single information. But I just want to give you a quick shout out to my sponsors, as we always do, because it's, they help us to get where we are today, and that's my compassion for the people. Absolutely. PSS alarms, fit etiquette works and pragmatic works carried out. All works are covered, including central station monitor provided works done according to insurance requirements. This is a friend of mine's company in Hertfordshire, Potter's Bar. He's carried out etiquette works in Essex, such as Casbar Restaurant and many more big businesses. Installation and maintenance of intruder alarms, fire alarms, CCTV, all work guaranteed and certified to SSAIB standards, 24-hour call-out service. Can provide CCTV for pubs, clubs, restaurants, or new business setup. Secure your business. Mention Professor Johnson for an extra discount. Your safety and pride in your business are paramount. So think safety and think first. Secure your equity. Please get your pen. If you're looking at getting or know someone with a new business setup, you'd like to get CCTV, please get a pen at the ready, pen and paper, or even jot it down in your mobile quickly in your notes page. It's Tariq Khan. Tariq, Tariq, and then Khan, Khan. The mobile number as follows: 07908. That's the first five numbers. 07908. The last six digits: 216142. Last six digits again: 216142. The first five digits: 07908, and the last six: 216142. Don't forget to mention Professor Johnson for an extra discount. Hoping that you guys are listening and you may acknowledge that there could be someone setting up a new business in your family, or maybe you want to secure your household. Very important. Relax UK Limited, health, travel and wellness products since 1997. UK relaxation shop selling various ranges of products from relaxation, travel, well-being, biofeedback, sleeping and natural products. I just want to give some communication skills. I am trying to influence everyone. If I'd send you a random person a video of me on YouTube, trying to influence the people, you shouldn't be discriminated by my integrity. I'm just trying to get a nice response, not an inhumane excrement response of hatred. It's not fair. It's not fair. I don't deserve discrimination. I'm not a horrible gentleman. I don't. I'll send a lot of messages in a lot of people's inboxes. I don't know if it upsets the apple cart. If I send it to a woman who's got a boyfriend, she probably think, "Oh, does he fancy me or something?" No, I'm just giving you some valuable information. Don't take it the wrong way. If I send you an inbox and you get some knowledgeable information, if you choose to listen to it or not, that's up to you. But don't start discriminating me before you listen to it. That's all I can say. Who else is listening? Oh, whoever was listening has gone. Anyway, Sasha Johnson. This is a massive, massive shock to the Black Lives Matter activists. Critical after shooting. Party says Sasha Johnson has been a leading figure in the Black Lives Matter movement in the UK. Prominent Black Lives Matter activist Sasha Johnson is critically ill after being shot in the head, her party says. It's disgusting. The taking of initiative party said she was being treated in intensive care after being brutally attacked in the early hours of Sunday. The group said the attack, which happened in Peckham, South London, followed numerous death threats. Police have not confirmed identity, but said at this stage there was no evidence the attack was targeted. This is disgusting. I cannot believe this woman has been shot. Shootings in London still. Officer said the 27-year-old woman was taken to South London Hospital with life-threatening injuries and have appealed for witnesses. Police said at this stage there is no evidence to suggest she had received any credible threats against her. If anyone knows of anything about this shooting in Peckham, make sure you share this information. Anyone listening, make sure you share it all over the Spotted in London, Spotted in Clacton, Spotted in Essex, Spotted in everywhere in the United Kingdom to get information out of this sickening behaviour. Get a message across that cowards carry weapons. Infidels infidels, or even. What happened to the courageous men that used to do boxing? It's bound to be a man that shot her. Bound to be a man that shot her. You know, more likely so than not. You don't see many of women doing shooting. It's more likely to be a man that shot her. What an absolute coward to shoot a woman in the head. Or what, you know, even as a woman, as a coward for a woman and all. Why don't they put on a pair of gloves and go in the field? Imran Aiton, a friend of Miss Johnson's, told the BBC doctors had carried out surgery on a fellow activist, which had gone well, and she was now with her parents. She said Miss Johnson had been at a party or gathering when she was injured, but she did not believe she was the intended victim. As far as I'm aware, this incident is more related to rival gangs as opposed to her activism, Miss Aiton said. Detectives from the Met Specialist Crime Command have been investigating at the scene and the surrounding area and are pursuing a number of lines of the inquiry. It is believed the shooting happened near a house where a party was taking place and a number of people may have been in the area, Met Police statement has said. Detective Chief Inspector Jimmy Telly said this was a shocking incident that has left a young woman with very serious injuries. Our thoughts are with her family who are being provided with the support at this terribly difficult time. He added, if you saw anything suspicious in the Consort Road area in the early hours of Sunday morning, or if you'd heard information since that could help detectives, it is crucial that you get in touch. Miss Johnson, a graduate of the Oxford Brookes University, has been a leading figure in the Black Lives Matter movement in the UK and is a member of the Taking the Initiative Party's leadership committee. In a statement on Instagram, the party said Miss Johnson was a mother of two and powerful voice who had always been fighting for black people and against the injustices that surrounded the black community. Let's all come together and pray for Sasha, pray for her recovery and show our support to her family and loved ones, it said. Black Lives Matter UK tweeted it was shocked by the shooting of a young mother and fearless political campaigner who was at the forefront of many BLM protests last summer. It said that while she was not part of their own organisation, she impressively found a new black-led political party and was dedicated to resist anti-black racism. Announcing that a vigil would be held for her on Monday afternoon at King's College Hospital, it added, any attempt to intimidate or silence her is an attack on all of us. That is horrific news. Shooting in Peckham against an activist. You don't expect an activist to get shot unless there's something saying something out of the peculiar of interest. But you know, protesting for a race to be equal within equalities is well within our rights. To speak about Black Lives Matter, full stop, is well within our rights. If it was a white person shooting them, they're just causing gang hate, or you know, it's not the war of law. It's not the war of law. It's not the war of equalities. Black Lives Matter movement are set up. I don't know if you've seen the Martin Luther King film, and you see how the black people were treated in the 50s, 40s, 60s, even up to 70s. I mean, even when I was young, we still hear the discrimination, but it's mainly through youth of today. But the history of how they got treated on the buses, the way they got beaten up by all the hillbillies in America. Still happening now in America, getting beaten to death. Absolute beaten to death. In Martin Luther King years, got battered to death. Police name man charged over stabbing outside Culture kebab shop. So it's just crime, criminology. What's the matter with the men's rehabilitations of these juveniles? Cowards carry weapons. A man has been charged by police following a stabbing outside an Essex kebab shop. Essex police was called to reports of a stabbing Crouch Street in Colchester around 1:30 a.m. on Sunday. 63-year-old man, old victim, was rushed to hospital with serious injuries. Police confirmed he was treated there for a stab wound and has since been released. Tyler Menzies, 18, of Walshingham Road in Colchester has been charged with wounding with the intent to cause previously body harm and possession of an offensive weapon. He will appear at Colchester Magistrates Court today, Monday, May the 24th. You know what? They need to stick these kids in a detention centre where they can, all the people that go and make victims through stabbing people. They should stick them in a detention centre, train their life off, and fight one another in a boxing ring until one of them end up with some sort of damage, so they can realise what they're doing to humanities within the vicinity. 18, you're a grown adult. You deserve to be punished. You deserve some sort of punishment, physical, not in a way of getting hit, but getting put in the ring with someone else your same age, done the same crime in a boxing ring. Learn pain that the real way until it's punched in your head enough that you can learn to look after yourself with your fists if any justification does happen in the future. But I'm pretty sure that 63-year-old was innocent, innocent bystander. New border scheme will make UK safer, says Priti Patel. A new border scheme requiring visitors to apply for an electronic permit will make the UK safer. Home Secretary Priti Patel has said. She also argued it will make it easier to count those coming to the UK. Under the plan, all all visitors without visa or immigration status will have to apply for electronic travel or authorisation (ETA) before coming to UK. But Labour accused the government of incompetence over immigration. Passengers required to get a permit under the new system, which would include travelling to the UK for a short stay or transiting, changing planes in the country. People wishing to work in the UK or stay in the country for a long period of time, for example, over 6 months, would need to obtain a visa rather than an ETA. The Home Office says the new system would allow automated elderly security checks to take place to stop foreign criminals arriving in the country, with applicants only allowed to travel once they have been cleared. The department also says the new scheme will make it easier to count the numbers coming into the country and notes that the past migration figures have underestimated the true figure. For example, the government estimated 3 million Europeans lived in the UK, but more than 5 million end up applying to the EU settlement scheme. Around 30 million people are expected to apply for ETAs each year. The new scheme is modelled on the US electronic system for travel or authorisation, which has now been in place since 2009, while the EU is planning to introduce its own version. European Travel Information and Authorisation System next year. The announcement comes as reports say the numbers of migrants crossing the English Channel by boat are higher than last year, despite an agreement signed by France in November to increase border security and prevent migrant crossings. Ms Patel is expected to give further details of her legal migration and border control strategy on Monday. I mean, as you've seen previously, they're getting over by dinghies and which way, any way possible, they'll get it. They'll do anything. If they come through the sewer, I don't know. They'll get it one way or another. They'll get scuba diving gear and come up for a tunnel in the ground somewhere. Anyway, speaking ahead of that announcement, Ms Patel said, now we have taken back control and ended free movement. Security is at the very heart of our immigration strategy. Our new approach will make it easier to identify potential threats before they reach the border. Labour's Shadow Home Secretary Nick Thomas Symonds accused the government of utter incompetence, adding that it had broken the asylum system. Speaking to Sky's Trevor Phillips on Sunday, he said, if you look at 2014, 87% of asylum claims were being dealt with within 6 months, the figure that had fallen to 20% by 2019. And what did the government do? It got rid of performance targets. Mr. Thomas Symonds said there should be performance targets for civil servants. They need to get this population control in place. We're living off our national resources. And as David Attenborough put it, wisely put it in many of his shows that I've seen. I don't know if you guys are a fan of David Attenborough. Man, I mean, even the Bible says it. Man is destroyer of the world. We're using up our national resources. Absolutely, absolutely. Global warming is happening. Global climate is happening. Using our national resources. We're now giving farming with the trade agreement to Australia as well. You know, I mean, I thought Brexit was to form, you know, to form a bit of a getting our national resources back in our country for ourselves. I know Boris is. I'm not going to rip a politician because he's probably a bit more in depth and wiser than me. He's been in the game a lot longer than I've, but he's been in the game for a long time. I think he just wants to keep the boost the economy in the farming industry. If I'm totally honest, but we used to deal with Australia before with so he's probably more within his rights in the know than I am, as I say. But when you look at natural resources, we're trying to live on our own stock, our own produce. But then you've got trade agreements. Maybe we need stuff of Australia, trade agreements where we get something back in return. Give and take, in it, even though we not China, Australia, but we do big globalization with China, big trade deals with China. WTO, World Trade Organization, China, all the BAME countries, basically. But anyway, ladies and gents, I'm not doing a long show today. I've got the motivation to keep going, but I'm just going to keep it a short show. I've got things to do, get on with, people to see, people to love, and thank you all ever so much for tuning in to Proclamation News and Gatherence. It's important if you could help, share around with your friends, even on your social media channel. I've got a car instance, give people guidance of the incidents that are happening within the UK. It's a good idea. It's a good idea to give someone the update. They need to set their route, set their destination. Imagine if you got booking a flight, you've got 2 hours to get there, not realising there's a crash on the A12. Giving people that thought. Not that I might say that incident happened, but giving people that thought that there's accidents on the road, make sure you plan the destination. Make sure you check what's on the roads before takeoff. Because you might have to reroute your journey, your destination. Make sure you've got sufficient fuel on board. If you want to arrive to your holiday, imagine your plane left, you booked, I don't know, £2,000 holiday for you and your wife or you and your kids, and you can't make it due to an accident on the A12. I take one accident on the A12 or the motorway to mess up your holiday. You could be for 5 minutes behind the accident and you're stuck in a congestion where you can't turn back. You miss your flight. You'll be gutted. £2,000 fine down the drain. If it's a whole family of five, you could be £4 or £5 fine down the drain. Think safety. Think first. You acknowledge what I'm saying. I do come out with some great information. I've got widespread jurisdiction. I'm not not a brightest spark in a book, but it's things I think about and need to be spoken about. And people, back time, people think actually this supporter's man, he's got some good initiatives, quick witty, and yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna blow him down and trumpet. It's not a narcissistic show. Well, it kind of is because it's only me in the show, but yeah. Anyway, have a lovely day before I dig myself a hole and stick my head in it. God bless. Take care. One love.